Weather Watchers. I am the host for South Carolina Weather, Jason Peterson. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Thursday. So, looking at the radar right now, you can see not really seeing anything. It's going to be a nice. It was a nice day today, as well. So we didn't really have to worry about too much. But if we go ahead and zoom our way out and go straight on to the MRMS, you can see that we do have some severe thunderstorm watches over here for portions of western Texas and some flood watches over here for eastern Texas as well, because we have an extreme day 1 high risk of excessive rainfall. That's like life threatening flash flooding for places on the Louisiana Texas border. We do have some rain obviously over here inside of the deep south, as well as going up into the Midwest as well, and going into the northern United States and the northern Great Lakes region area. We do have a tornado warning and a severe thunderstorm warning, surprisingly up inside Canada, actually with some decent rotation to it. So there could be a tornado inside of Canada as well. And before we get straight to the forecast, we did have that a confirmed tornado. I don't know if y'all were on the stream or not when I started it, but just to the east of Georgetown, we did have a confirmed tornado as well. It was pretty weak. I think it was like a EF1, if I'm not mistaken. So it wasn't really bad, but it was over there inside of Georgetown as well. I don't know how much damage it quite did, but I think people were rating it to be a EF1. But I know that the National Weather Service was going out to survey it today, so we'll see what happens with that. Here is our cloud cover. Some low clouds near the coast, and a little bit up there near the western portion of South Carolina, northwestern portion. But other than that, no clouds really in sight. If we go ahead and go and talk about our cloud cover, if we pretty much go all the way out, you can see that cloud cover builds inside near the coast, obviously in the upstate, and then these clouds right here as well pushes into South Carolina as well. And as they push forward, you can obviously see that most of South Carolina is pretty much covered right now with cloud cover. So, we're not really watching for any type of sunny skies or anything like that. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy tomorrow. Here's our live temperatures: around 75 in Columbia, 75 in Charleston, 79 in Savannah, 73 in Myrtle Beach, 79 in Augusta, 75 in Anderson and Greenville, and Rock Hill, as well as 73 for Loris and 77 for Florence and Bennettsville. Low temperatures for tonight around 67 in Columbia, 67 in Orangeburg, as well as 67 in Myrtle Beach, 70 in Charleston, 62 up there inside the upstate for mainly almost everybody, 61 Rock Hill, 66 for Aiken. Forecast precipitation for the next 24 hours. We do have a chance to see around a good hundredth of an inch to maybe even a quarter of an inch in some isolated spots for the next 24 hours or so. That mainly is going into tomorrow. Not really anything tonight. Let's go ahead and show off the models and see what they show for tomorrow. So let's go ahead and go to the 18Z. And we're going to go to composite reflectivity. So here it is right here. You can see the little blue bar loading at the top. Here's 3 o'clock, and if you push it forward, they actually did have some showers that were trying to push into northern South Carolina, according to the models. Don't know if that happened or not. I guess we'll see. I'll see on the observations and see what they say. Also, it said that some showers may try to pop up near the coast at 10 o'clock. As of now, no showers have started off yet. And here's 9 o'clock, and no showers have started. So I'm not quite sure how accurate that is either. But the rain really starts to pick up around 10 a.m. up here inside the upstate. And then once we go into like the afternoon hours, 1 to 2 o'clock, the showers really start to kind of move into the Midlands of South Carolina, as well as for the upstate of South Carolina, the Midlands of South Carolina, and portions of the low country of South Carolina as well as over here inside of the PD region of South Carolina as well. So this is all really from around 4 o'clock, really going into around 10 o'clock on Friday. And then as we get into our Saturday from 1 a.m., we do have some more showers pushing through. And look at this heavy band of rain right here at around 4 a.m. Saturday. You continue this forward, you can see the rain here moving in at around 7 o'clock. And then we have this next kind of big wave that's going to try and come behind it. Now, something I did want to see, we were looking for a lot of rain on Saturday, but if you look at around 6, 7 a.m., it will rain pretty much almost for everyone on Saturday, mainly in the morning hours. But if you went ahead and look at it now for 2 p.m., you can see that right now I'm not really seeing a whole lot except for just up here in the upstate. Everyone else is looking pretty good. So, you might dodge a bullet down here as well on Saturday as well, because I'm not really seeing anything else. Obviously, this can change, so don't get. So if you have something planned for Saturday yet, I still put a little question mark by it. So let's go ahead and continue and talk about the SPC outlook, though, because that's something else that we need to talk about. Here's our day one slight risk of severe weather for Louisiana and Texas. And if you go ahead and look at the tornado risk, we do have a little 5% risk for the coast, as well as a 2% over here for Louisiana, Texas. Hail risk, we do have a 5%, and then 15% and a 5% for wind, but that has nothing to do with us. But if we go to tomorrow, we are under a TSTM, so just some regular thunderstorms are possible tomorrow, not really anything that you have to watch for, like severe wise. And then here's day 3, where we do have a marginal risk of severe weather. This is a 5% chance of seeing severe weather on Sunday, mainly a damaging wind threat, in my opinion. I don't really see too much of a tornado threat, but if you read the discussion, they pretty much say damaging wind gusts or hail. So hail and wind are definitely the biggest threat when it comes to this. Not really a tornado threat at all on Saturday. Here is our excessive rainfall outlook. You can see we do have a high risk of excessive rainfall going into pretty much today as well. Again, for like the eastern Texas and western Louisiana, moderate risk going into eastern Texas and to southwestern Mississippi. Slight risk from Texas to Mississippi, and a marginal risk that goes all the way from Texas all the way up into southern Illinois. You can go ahead and check out the day 2, where we are under a marginal risk of excessive rainfall. Not really a whole lot, just for some minor flooding up there. And then here it kind of gets a bit closer, but now the entire state is now under a marginal risk of excessive rainfall going to Saturday as well. Day 4, nothing. Day 5, nothing. So, again, our big days really to watch, in my opinion, is going to be Saturday. Friday, we do have a chance to see some thunderstorms, some minor flooding in the upstate, but Saturday, everyone has a chance of seeing some severe weather and some minor flooding as well. So let's go ahead and talk about the future. So if you go ahead and look at this, we're going to go ahead and push this forward, and you can see that there goes the system right here on Saturday. That's going to move out, and it's going to be out of our air. We do have a high pressure that's trying to build over us in South Carolina right now, on around the 21st or so. But then it's not going to last too long, as we get some more unsettled weather going into the 23rd and the 24th as well. And then we get to see a little break again on the 26th. And then here we go on the 28th. We have some rain and possibly some severe storms going from all the way up from Ohio all the way down to Arkansas, Texas, potentially. And then we also do have another low pressure that's going to try and develop over here inside of places like Virginia, southern Maryland as well. And then that's pretty much all that I see. So again, nothing really, I don't really see like bad weather. In terms of severe weather, it's really just some rain and some potential thunderstorms. That's pretty much all that I see as well. So let's go ahead and talk to our audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can if you come on at 9 o'clock. So let's go ahead and see. We have, let me make sure that all the chats are there. We have one chat today. Only one chat today, as far as I can see. That might change in a couple of minutes though. It just says, my cousin says, thanks for the very accurate forecast, Joseph, and that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about San Antonio, and then we're gonna go ahead and head on out, unless another message pops inside the chat. So you can see already this huge thing that I have, kind of like all of the severe thunderstorm watch, the flood watches, and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get that cleared out as well. So turn that off. All right. So down here inside of San Antonio, going into the 18Z, starting off at 3 p.m., you can see you had these storms up here to your northeast, and probably a storm that went by you today at around 4, and some more showers around 8. But if we continue moving this forward, some more showers are potentially possible going to around 3 a.m. Just a couple of raindrops, nothing that you really have to worry about. And then some more rain potentially possible going into around 11 o'clock on May the 17th. And then other than that, that's about it. So around 11 p.m. Yeah, 11 p.m. May the 17th. So let's go ahead and talk about our temperatures also. How was the cold front as well? If you were here last night, I showed a perfect example of what a cold front actually was. And I know you said that you were going to be outside for it, so I want to hear how was it. That, and let's go ahead and talk about the temperatures going into tonight. So if you go ahead and go to around 11 to like 4 a.m., it's only going to drop to around 68. And then as we go into tomorrow, only going to reach a high of around 80. So it might even be hotter inside South Carolina than it is in San Antonio. Tomorrow night is going to be around 60, 66, somewhere around there. And then as we get into around 2 p.m. on the 18th, around 87 degrees. And that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and check out for some severe weather. Let's turn off the models. Go straight to the radar. Under a marginal risk for tonight. A marginal risk for tomorrow. No chance for day 3. And probably no chance for the next 4 to 8 days. So let's go ahead and look at excessive rainfall. Marginal risk for today. No chance for tomorrow. Or day 3 or day 4. So, again, really just gonna have to watch out for some potential severe weather tomorrow. And in terms of hazards, let me close that out. Not really a chance of a tornado, but you do have a chance to see the potential to see some damaging hail and maybe some damaging winds. Not really too much of a tornado threat. So that's pretty much it. We do have some more chat, so I'm gonna go ahead and look at those real quick. Let me go ahead and turn this off real quick. Alright, so Mr. Anthony says good evening. Cousin Cheryl says good evening with man. I hope today is doing well for you. So proud of you. We all are so keep up the good work. Word. Love you more than your life is yourself. Your cousin Cheryl. Thank you so much for that. And says it was spot on. I went to the gas station. It was a bit warm. Once I got back to the home, it was nice and cool. Way to go. That was right on point. All right, thank you so much for that. It's relatively simple usually to forecast cold fronts. They're not usually that hard to forecast because usually they're really easy to detect. It's like pretty much barely anything that you have to do in order to find them because they're part of the climate and they're just usually not that hard to find is what I'm trying to say or forecast. So that's that. So I'm going to go ahead and head on out. I don't see any more chats, so we're going to go ahead and head on out. Everyone have a fantastic Thursday night, and I'll see you guys at 9 a.m.